This is our third event honoring and celebrating the achievements of our senior class. Tuesday, we aired our virtual baccalaureate ceremony, which was a celebration of student talents and memories throughout their time at Hudson High School. Yesterday, we had the privilege of rolling out 5 buses and made special visits to households throughout the town to give our seniors special gifts. Tonight, we have the privilege of honoring the dedication, commitment, and achievements our students have earned over the course of their 5 years here at Hudson High. This isn't quite going to be an Oscar ceremony or an Emmy ceremony or a Grammy. We have no musical interludes. In fact, I'm here talking to a relatively empty audience filled with a handful of faculty who are going to join me in presenting our awards. We'll spare you any bad jokes that normal MCs might provide at one of these events. I'm hoping not to be heckled. I've got my eye on you, Miss Bird, during this ceremony. But we're very much looking forward and hope you enjoy this celebration of achievement. I'm now going to invite our first presenter, Assistant Principal Danica Johnston.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of presenting the Music Awards. The first award, the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, is in recognition of outstanding achievement by an instrumentalist in the field of jazz as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is hereby presented to George Sachs Waller. The second music award is the John Philip Sousa Award. Since its inauguration in 1954, the John Philip Sousa Band Award has been given to thousands of outstanding high school band students for superior musicianship, leadership, dependability, and loyalty. The Sousa Award is the most prestigious award for high school band students. John Philip Sousa was not only a renowned composer and band leader, he was a strong supporter of school music programs. He appeared as a guest conductor of school bands throughout the United States and adjudicated numerous youth band festivals. Sousa is a pillar of American music, and his music inspires everyone who hears and performs it. In recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music, for singular merit in loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying these high qualities of conduct that a school music requires, the John Philip School Band Award is hereby presented to Aaron Stout. I would next like to introduce Ms. Seslick, who will be presenting the Technology Awards.
The William D. Coolidge Technology Award honors those students who display a keen interest in technology and innovation, a common thread that is found in the technology and business classes. As an educator, this student often challenged me and others to find new ways he could explore the programs. He asked tough questions and certainly kept me on my toes. As he learned, he was always eager and ready to share his knowledge of the programs with other students in the classroom and was ready to innovate at every turn. It is my pleasure to present the William D. Coolidge Technology Award to Caleb Ben Hayes. I'd now like to have Mr. Medeiros come back on the stage.
Our next group of awards are attached to either national or state programs, some historical and some new. The first is the National Honor Society recognition. We would like to formally recognize a group of students who have been selected by a committee of faculty members for successfully completing their candidacy as being inducted as new members of the William D. Coolidge chapter of the National Honor Society at Hudson High School. Throughout their school years, these students have served as role models for others. These students were chosen based on their effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. In addition to their strong academic records, which establish their eligibility for membership application, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations and serve our school and community through many activities while maintaining a 3.7 GPA or higher. Although we weren't able to acknowledge and celebrate them through a formal ceremony as we would alongside our Junior National Honor Society inductees, we thought it important to recognize them, and we wish them well wherever their path may lead. This year's seniors inductees are Olivia Arnold, Nicole Breton, Brianna Cabral, Taylor Gaffney, and Giancarlo Orlandi. Next, we'd like to award 2 National Merit Scholarship Program commended students. Commended students have placed among the top 5% of more than 1.5 million students who entered the 2019 competition by taking the 2017 preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship qualifying test. These students have demonstrated outstanding potential for academic success and are recognized for their exceptional academic promise demonstrated by their performance on this qualifying test. This year's commended students are Olivia Arnold and Samuel Maston. The Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. This is Hudson High School's first year participating in this program, which serves to inform the recipients that the graduate has a functional, professional level of proficiency in English and at least one other language. The State Seal of Biliteracy aims primarily to do the following. 1, encourage students to study in master languages. 2, certify attainment of biliteracy skills. 3, recognize the value of language diversity. 4, provide employers and universities with a method of identifying people with language and biliteracy skills. 5, prepare students with skills that will benefit them in the labor market and global society. And finally, it serves to strengthen intergroup communication and honor the multiple cultures and languages that exist within a community. In order to earn the Seal of Biliteracy, students must do the following. They must demonstrate a high level of proficiency in English as measured by their ELA MCAS scores. They also must demonstrate a high level of proficiency in a second language other than English. Hudson students were administered the Assessment of Performance toward Proficiency in Language exam. This year's recipients of the seal are Dennis Bautista, Nicole Breton, Mayara Cavallo, Davi de Almeida, Caio Gonçalves, Aline Collegian, Gary Masciarelli, Ana Luisa Montes, Jacob Resendes, and Serena Richards. Additionally, this year's recipients of the seal with distinction are Gabriele Alves, Bruno Capitao, Jose Davalos, Daniela Fonseca, Sabrina Santos, Ana Paula Sedario, and Julia Terra Salamao. We are now going to transition to the department-specific Student Achievement Awards, and I'm going to invite Ms. Wallingford, English teacher, to the podium.
On behalf of the English department, I'm so very happy to present our award to Danielle Gibran, a true lover of language, literature, and writing. I know Danielle because she was a student in my freshman English class, and she took AP English Language and Composition with me too. Over the course of that AP year, I got to read her lively opinion pieces on issues ranging from gender double standards and election interference to the etiquette of a polite interruption. And for her paper on a seminal protest text, of course Danielle chose to analyze Audre Lorde's essay, Poetry is Not a Luxury. She was a leader in her book group discussions on writers like Michael Lewis, Sarah Vowell, and Margaret Atwood. And by the way, her examination of The Handmaid's Tale got her on an Atwood kick that lasted into her senior year when she took AP English Literature. I think it was the first half of this year when I shared my classroom copy of Cat's Eye with her, the way I had handed over so many books to Danielle over the years, the way so many teachers in our department and in the library handed her books and books and books, all taken and read eagerly. You hear the phrase voracious reader a lot, but Dani is truly deserving of that description. And her reading made her one of our strongest writers. Though her demanding schedule, as in 5 AP courses her senior year, prevented her from taking creative writing, she took linguistics as an elective, was the editor-in-chief of Hudson High's literary journal, The Scribbler, for 2 years, and contributed to The Scribbler long before that. She was a dedicated tutor in our writing center, and she always worked on her own writing ahead of time so that she could conference with her teachers about drafts, open to our feedback and really taking our guidance into consideration as she revised. We don't always see that. Really, Danielle loves words. She considers them not only as a reader, but also as a writer, and she's thoughtful about structure and tone, the nuances of texts that truly avid readers notice. And when she had to write a statement of belief at the end of her junior year, she opened it with the line, "I believe in the power of storytelling." We wish her the best as she heads off to Smith College, a school this alumna feels proud that she's chosen, in the fall. And now I'd like to introduce Ms. Pam Porter.
Good evening. The Social Studies Award goes to a student who has shown academic excellence, is a role model in the school community, and reflects the values of a compassionate global citizen. 4 years ago, a freshman student asked me in the first week of school for an independent reading suggestion on the American Revolution. I handed her a historical fiction piece that students had previously enjoyed at the age and grade level. She came in the very next day having read the entire book and with sticky notes and multiple pages ready to discuss it. It was very clear that I had underestimated her. I then reached for the books behind my desk and grabbed John Adams by David McAuliffe, a more fitting recommendation for this student. If you know her, then you know Aline Kelly-John lives and breathes history. She started volunteering at the Hudson Historical Society her freshman year, not because any requirement, but because she saw a need and she knew the importance of history. She has been crucial to helping them organize and modernize their collection, to preserve local history and work to engage more community members. Through this alone, she has been a great service to her community. Even after school was canceled due to the pandemic, she emailed me to make sure that she continued to stay in contact in order to pass the torch to other students to maintain the relationship between students and the Historical Society. She even created an online resource for people in the community to journal about their lives while they're home and curate Hudson's story during the history unfolding around us today. So make sure you check that out. Aline could often be found in a teacher's classroom after school, continuing that day's discussion, or sophomore year emailing Ms. Nielsen an entire list of insightful history questions on a Friday night, as if she just couldn't wait until Monday to ask the questions. Aline is a historian through and through. However, it is her empathy and her compassion that often fuel her. She has a strong streak of social justice motivating her actions. On career day, she dressed up like an activist. She believes that understanding the past can make the present better, and that it is vital to study genocide and racism and the darkest moments of history to help ensure we really make meaningful changes in our world today. Aline is thoughtful. Her engagement is never superficial. She's a deep thinker and is very passionate about issues of justice and human rights. She has spoken to me before about working for the United Nations one day. Although her path may take her to many very different places, I am sure wherever she is, she'll be reading a great book and that she'll be helping make humanity better. On behalf of the Social Studies Department, congratulations, Aline. I'd give you a big hug if you were here. I would like to invite Carrie Schwartz for the Mathematics Department.
Good virtual evening, everyone. My name is Carrie Schwartz. I'm honored to present the 2020 Hudson High School Mathematics Department Award this evening. Before I begin, let me just say to all the graduating seniors, and I had about 75 of you this year, that I miss you all, and being separated from each other reminds me of why I and so many of my colleagues have chosen to become a teacher. It is to connect with you, to learn with you, and perhaps impart some of our worldly wisdom to you along the way. Our screens cannot replace having you with us in our classrooms each and every day. Okay, back to the topic at hand. Our recipient tonight is a most worthy candidate. In addition to taking and excelling in both AP Calculus and AP Statistics this year, the student participated in the National AMC Math Competition. She is described by one of her teachers as having an incredible appetite to learn new math on her own. Why, she even reads math books for fun. Not textbooks, mind you, but fictional and non-fictional works about mathematics that she shares with me and my colleagues. We have even added one book to this summer's reading list as a result of her recommendation. I am confident as the student heads north of the border to continue her studies, she will undoubtedly be successful and represent our Hudson community to an impeccable level. I am proud to present the 2020 Mathematics Department Award this year to Kaylin Valancourt. Congratulations, Kaylin. I'd like to call up next Ms. Sislick.
I'm back. I'd like to discuss the Technology Department Award, which honors a student who has an exceptional depth of understanding in the related content areas of technology and business. This particular student demonstrates daily his knowledge of business and graphic design advertising through his ever-growing landscaping business. I'm sure some of you have seen the post of this on Facebook. I'm following him, and I'm very excited to see where he goes with this. It's my pleasure to present the 2020 Technology Award to Cameron Bauer. I'd now like to invite Ms. Johnson up to give the Science Award.
We present the HHS Senior Science Award to George Sachs Waller. George is a scholar and a gentleman. He is curious, enthusiastic, and tenacious about mastering material. George is also a connector, connecting ideas and connecting people. He naturally applies what we are learning to the real world and enriches the class with the connections he makes. He listens and relates to others with kindness. His respect for classmates sets the tone for any working group he is a part of. We are pleased to recognize George for this legacy of a scholarship and the community he has left at Hudson High School. Next, I will present the World Language Award. The World Language Department recognizes that a number of individuals here have willingly dedicated themselves to increasing their capacity to communicate, empowering their lives and ours with a more extensively effective speech. In fact, 18 of you this year are Hudson's first ever recipients of the Massachusetts State Seal of Biliteracy, a public recognition of your achievement of language proficiency in more than one language. A select few of you were named by your teachers as exceptionally outstanding students, and from among this group, the department awards Gary Mascarelli with this recognition. With no personal language background or experience beyond English, Gary is an exemplary individual who willed to empower himself with the knowledge and skills to communicate competently in more than one language. He was a consistent performer both in and outside of the class, and he is a quiet, unassuming model of academic excellence and integrity. He also earned the remarkable distinction of passing all 4 sections of the Seal of Biliteracy exam in just one sitting. Congratulations. The next award is for the Wellness Department. As wellness teachers, watching a student come into their own, either emotionally, physically, and/or socially, is one of our greatest benefits. This particular student has made tremendous progress over the course of his time at Hudson High School. Providing leadership through projects and helping others was an amazing attribute to see. This year, during one of our activities, he decided to share something with the class. Drenched in sweat, With a wide grin across his face, unable to hold back his excitement, he revealed to his fellow seniors that the goal he had just scored was the first goal of his high school wellness career. The class erupted with honest happiness. It was certainly a highlight of the year. On behalf of the Hudson High School Wellness Team, we would like to present the Wellness Award to Aaron Stout. The next department award is for visual arts. As art teachers, we have the unique opportunity of seeing students grow as people, students, and artists in our program. We are proud to present the Visual Arts Award to Cameron Giovanni. Through portraits, pinch pots, photographs, and a large drawing of her hands, we have seen her overcome artistic challenges and blossom into the inspiring artist she is today. We can't wait to see what creative endeavors she accomplishes in the future. Congratulations. The final department award is for performing arts. Hudson High School recognizes Lily Usherwood. One teacher explained that Lily is so focused on what she wants to do, she is a leader and mentor to her peers. Another performing arts teacher stated that Lily is amazing. She is a leader in so many ways who persevered through many challenges throughout her high school career, learned from her mistakes and setbacks, and worked hard for her achievements. In addition, she has been and remains a cheerleader, a supporter, and a motivator for her peers. Pre-COVID, she was known to call classmates and friends and even drive them to school to make sure they were at class on time to be able to perform a scene. During school closure, she continued to pursue her craft with passion and dedication, reaching out to ask for additional scripts to read and perform, to watch and study. The final performing arts teacher said that of Lily that performers who shine on stage, as Lily does, do so through countless non-public hours of hard work and dedication off stage. We are so happy to present this year's Performing Arts Department Award to Lily Usherwood and wish her the best for her future. I would now like to call upon Miss Bird, who will be presenting the Wendy Rich Award.
Hi, congratulations, seniors. The student receiving the Wendy Rich Award in Perseverance Achievement has shown so much growth and persistence and determination through his career here. I am presenting this award to Daniel Barrows. We've all watched Dan grow since he was in 8th grade, and it's so hard to believe that now his time here has come to an end. As a person and a student, the growth he has made is wonderful. He is very well aware of his strengths and his weaknesses, and he has become an amazing self-advocate for himself and his needs. During these past years, he's persevered in situations of adversity and handled himself like a champ. He's also worked hard outside of school, working full-time jobs and maintaining his academics at the same time. He is always friendly, helpful, and supportive to the others around him. As a wise character named Yoda, aka me, because that's what he calls me, says, "Much to learn you still have, my old Padawan. This is just the beginning. So Dan, though this is the end of your high school career, it is just the beginning of the rest of your life. So go forth and make your mark on this world, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors." I would like to invite Miss Flynn back up to say the rest of the senior awards.
I have the pleasure of presenting the Class of 2020 Senior Awards. The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizenship Award is presented to Ana Paula Sudario. The Elizabeth McQuillan Award, presented to a student who has best exemplified school dedication, loyalty, and perseverance, is presented to Anthony Carlman. The George C. McGordy Award is for unselfish service, and this year's recipient is Julia Tara Salamau. The Martin J. Tierney Memorial Award for love of sports and a good example of a team spirit. The female recipient this year is Morgan Collins, and the male recipient is Samuel Persons. The Paul F. Banks Memorial Award for unselfish service to Hudson High School and dedication to the principles of honor, integrity, and patriotism is presented to Brianna Cabral. And then please join me in congratulating for the Joseph L. Mulready Award. This is presented to the student who best exemplifies a determination to improve the well-being of his or her fellow students by exhibiting kindness, understanding, patience, and courtesy. This also comes along with a $500 scholarship. This year's recipient is Kelsey Sullivan. I will now have Mr. Medeiros come back on to present the valedictorian and salutatorian.
Hello again. So the following two students are recognized for their high academic achievement during their four years at Hudson High School. They have earned the privilege of having the top two ranks within their class. Their consistent persistence, curiosity, ingenuity, achievement, as well as the demonstration of a high level of skill throughout all of their courses in their 4 years has earned them this award. First, this year's salutatorian, we award to Kaylin Valancourt. In this year's valedictorian, we proudly award to one Danielle Jubran. Congratulations to the both of you, and that concludes the awards part of our ceremony. I now welcome School Counselor Melissa DeFonso to begin the awarding of our scholarships.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2020. We're all so proud of you, and we miss you all so much. This evening, I would like to begin with Jake Andrade. Jake is the recipient of the S&F Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Massachusetts Elks Scholarship for $700, the Kenneth Butwell Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Gladys Robinson Play Contest Scholarship for $500, the Ronald Blood and Dan Jenkins Memorial Scholarship sponsored by the Hudson VFW Post 1027 for $500. Congratulations, Jake. Our next recipient is Olivia Arnold, and she has received the Forest Avenue Home and School Association Scholarship for $250. She's also the recipient of the Adolph Mons Scholarship. It is $1,000 for 4 years for a total of $4,000. Congratulations, Olivia. Our next recipient is Jacqueline Barros, and she will be receiving the Thomas Hamilton Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Congratulations. Nathaniel Baker is our next recipient, and he will be awarded the St. Mary's Credit Union Scholarship for $500. Our next recipient is Lydia Beatty, and she will be receiving the S&F Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Maureen Duffy Russo Courageous Athlete Award for $1,000, Matthew Ryan Holmes Scholarship for $1,000. Congratulations. Cameron Bauer will be receiving the Hudson Firefighters Local 1713 Scholarship for $1,000. Congratulations, Cameron. Thomas Bowler is the recipient of the S&F Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation for $700, and the Adolph Mond Scholarship, $1,000 for 4 years for a total of $4,000. Congratulations. Kaylee Brennan will be receiving the St. Mary's Credit Union Scholarship for $500. Nicole Breton is the recipient of the S&F Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation for $700. The Maureen Chason Young Memorial Scholarship for $500. The Hudson Youth Soccer Association Chip Charlotte Memorial Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Nicole. Rachel Bryan will be receiving the S&F Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation for $700, and the Thomas and Myra Ryan Science Scholarship for $2,000. Congratulations, Rachel. Cameron Burke is the recipient of the Paul Skip Johnson Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Congratulations, Cam. Brianna Cabral is the recipient of the Stowe Lions Club Scholarship for $500, the Nicholas Arujo Memorial Mulready Homan School Association Scholarship for $500, the HHS Class of 2020 Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Brianna. Casey Carlino will be receiving the Paul Johnson Performing Arts Scholarship for $500 and the Paul Skip Johnson Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Congratulations, Casey. Anthony Carlman is the recipient of the Charles Tripp Scholarship for $500 and the Richard S. Scafidi Memorial Scholarship Hudson Baseball Alumni Association Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Anthony. Ben Carmi is the recipient of the HHS Home and School Association Scholarship for $250, the Massachusetts Elks Scholarship for $900, the Matthew Ryan Holmes Scholarship for $1,000, the Adolph Mond Scholarship, $1,000 for 4 years for a total of $4,000, the Ernest J. Weatherby Memorial Scholarship, Hudson Rotary Club for $1,500, and the Michaela Walsh Libby Scholarship for $1,000. Congratulations, Ben. Our next recipient is Annalise Chaves. Annalise is the recipient of the S&F Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation for $700, the Santa Maria Holy Ghost Society Scholarship for $250. Congratulations. Benjamin Chaves is the recipient of the Massachusetts Elk Scholarship for $800. Congratulations, Ben. Madison Cirillo is the recipient of the Kathleen M. Curley Athletic Memorial Scholarship for $500. Congratulations. Lauren Colbert is the recipient of the Hudson Education Association Scholarship for $300 and the Forest Avenue Home and School Association Scholarship for $250. Congratulations, Lauren. Morgan Collins is the recipient of the S&F Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation for $700, the Massachusetts Elk Scholarship for $900, and the Balcom Award for $1,000. Congratulations, Morgan. Josh Krogan is the recipient of the S&F Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation for $700. Congratulations, Josh. Daniel Cuddy is the recipient of the Hugh R. and Marjorie F. Boyd Family Education Trust Scholarship for $2,500. Congratulations, Dan. Jordan Cullen is the recipient of the HHS Class of 2020 Yearbook Scholarship for $300. Congratulations. Next school counselor, Mrs. Leonard, will present her caseload. Congratulations.
Good evening. Colin Dannenfels is a recipient of the Charles Tripp Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Colin. Emily Devlin is the recipient for the Massachusetts Elk Scholarship for $800. Congratulations, Emily. Marissa Duffy is the recipient of the Massachusetts Elk Scholarship for $800. Congratulations, Marissa. Jackson Fecto is a recipient of the Hudson Concord Lodge of Elks 959 Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Jackson. Ryan Figueredo is a recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, and he's also the recipient of the Amigos de Santo Espirito Scholarship for $300. Congratulations, Ryan. Philip Fitzsimmons is the recipient of the Hudson Firefighters Local 1713 Scholarship for $500. Philip is also the recipient of the Ronald Blood and Dan Jenkins Memorial Scholarship, sponsored by the Hudson VFW Post 1027 in the amount of $500. Congratulations, Philip. Shannon Folan is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship in the amount of $700. The Hudson Concord Lodge of Elks 959 Scholarship in the amount of $500. She also receives the Angela Chaves Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 and the Paul Carter Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,000. Shannon also receives the Honeydew Donut Scholarship in the amount of $300, the Roger J. Baker Memorial Scholarship Hudson Rotary Club for $1,000, and finally the Hudson Youth Soccer Association Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Shannon. Rachel Frias is the recipient of the Alice Mary Correa Nursing Scholarship for $2,000, the Santa Maria Holy Ghost Society Scholarship for $250, the Edward P. Crissa Memorial Scholarship for $500, and the Amigos de Santo Espirito Scholarship for $300. Congratulations, Rachel. Taylor Gaffney is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. Taylor also receives the Charles Tripp Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Taylor. Gabriel Giancola is the recipient of the Thomas Hamilton Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Congratulations, Gabe. Samantha Gogan is a recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Marlborough Regional Community Foundation, Inc. Scholarship for $1,000, the Massachusetts Elk Scholarship for $800, the Hudson High School Class of 2020 Yearbook Scholarship for $300, and finally, the J. Brian Sullivan Math and Science Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Sammy. Kyle Gonzalez is the recipient of the Mark Dinney Memorial Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Kyle. Matthew Haley is the recipient of the Massachusetts Elk Scholarship for $900 and the Thomas Hamilton Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Congratulations, Matt. Julia Harlan is a recipient of the Belcom Award for $1,000. Congratulations, Julia. Madeline Hay is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Hudson High School Class of 2020 Yearbook Scholarship for $300, and the Gladys Robinson Play Contest Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, Maddie. John Houle is the recipient of the Charles Tripp Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, John. And now I'd like to introduce Ms. Bachelor to continue with the scholarships.
Good evening and congratulations, class of 2020. Andrei Ignatiev is the recipient of the J. Brian Sullivan Math and Science Scholarship for $500. Danielle Gibran is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Massachusetts Elks Scholarship, Inc. for $700, and the Deborah Ann Smith Memorial Scholarship for $500. Kelsey Kahn is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. The HHS Class of 2020 Yearbook Scholarship for $750. The Hudson Rotary Club Scholarship for $1,000. And the Ronald Blood and Dan Jenkins Memorial Scholarship, sponsored by the Hudson VFW Post 1027 for $500. Aline Kalajian is the recipient of the HHS Home and School Association Scholarship for $250, the Massachusetts Elks Scholarship, Inc. for $800, and the Robert Lloyd Corkin Charitable Foundation Scholarship, the Entwistle Company, for $2,500. Alex Landry is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. Gary is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. The Hudson Concord Lodge of Elks, number 959 Scholarship for $500. The Farley Home and School Association Scholarship for $500. The Trooper Thomas Clardy Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Samuel Maston is the recipient of the Massachusetts Elks Scholarship, Inc. for $800, the Marlboro Lions Club Scholarship for $1,500, the Edward P. Crissa Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Hudson Band Organization Scholarship for $250, and the Hudson Youth Soccer Association Chip Charlotte Memorial Scholarship for $500. Richard Mattocks is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Martin Paul Rimkus Memorial Scholarship for $1,500, and the Hudson Band Organization Scholarship for $250. And Alexandra McDonald is the recipient of the Farley Home and School Association Scholarship for $500, the Thomas Hamilton Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, the Thomas Hamilton Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, and the Ronald Blood and Dan Jenkins Memorial Scholarship, sponsored by the Hudson VFW Post 1027 for $500.
Margaret Moran, the recipient of the Grace Irene Bishop Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Alexia Morera, the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation for $700. The Santa Maria Holy Ghost Society Scholarship for $250. The Jason Hansen Memorial Scholarship, Mulready Home and School Association for $500. And the Amigos de Santo Espiritu Scholarship for $300. Felicity Nystrom is the recipient of the Amigos de Santo Espiritu Scholarship for $300. Henry Sean O'Neill is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. The Matthew Ryan Holmes Scholarship for $1,000. William Wood Memorial Scholarship, Hudson Rotary Club for $1,000. And the Trooper Thomas Clardy Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Giancarlo Orlandi is the recipient of the Hugo Godotti Memorial Scholarship, Hudson Baseball Alumni Association for $500. Leah Packard is the recipient of the Kenneth Butwell Memorial Scholarship for $500, the HHS Class of 2020 Yearbook Scholarship for $300, and the Paul Carter Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Samuel Person is the recipient of the Kenneth Boutwell Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Asks Me Local 3625 Scholarship for $500, and the Diane Harrington Memorial Scholarship, Hudson Baseball Alumni Association for $500. Caitlin Regan is the recipient of the Hudson Education Association Scholarship for $300, the HHS Class of 2020 Yearbook Scholarship for $300, and the Robert Lloyd Corkin Charitable Foundation Scholarship, the Entwistle Company, for $2,500. Jacob Resendez is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Freest Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Maureen Chasen Young Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Santa Maria Holy Ghost Society Scholarship for $500, Jose M. Figueredo Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Amigos de Santo Espiritu Scholarship for $300, and the Hudson Youth Soccer Association Scholarship for $500. George Sachs Waller is the recipient of the Dennis and Julie Murphy Scholarship for $2,500 and the Helen R. Clark Lyle Memorial Scholarship for $500. Jordan Safransky is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Freest Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Kenneth Butwell Memorial Scholarship for $500, the Ronald Blood and Dan Jenkins Memorial Scholarship, sponsored by Hudson VFW Post Number 1027 for $500. Jason Salaga is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Freest Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. The AMVETS Ladies Auxiliary Post Number 208 Scholarship for $250, and the Cheryl Ball Gadati Memorial Scholarship for $1,500. Sabrina Santos is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Freest Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, the Santa Maria Holy Ghost Society Scholarship for $250, and the Amigos de Santo Espiritu Scholarship for $300. Serena Silva Ray is the recipient of the Jose M. Figueredo Memorial Scholarship for $500. Alexandra Souza is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Freest Family Foundation Scholarship for $700, and the Hudson Concord Lodge of Elks number 959 Scholarship for $500. Alyssa Stevens is the recipient of the Adolph Mons Scholarship, $1,000 for 4 years for a total of $4,000. Kelsey Sullivan is the recipient of the AMVETS Lady Auxiliary Post Number 208 Scholarship for $250 and the Thomas Hamilton Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Julia Tara Salamau is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Freest Family Foundation Scholarship, $700. The HHS Home and School Association Scholarship, $500. The Massachusetts Elks Scholarship, Inc. for $900. The Santa Maria Holy Ghost Society Scholarship for $250. The Hudson Portuguese Club Scholarship for $500. HHS Class of 2020 Scholarship for $500. Jose M. Figueredo Memorial Scholarship for $500. And the Amigos de Santo Espiritu Scholarship for $400. Mackenzie Tingloff is the recipient of the Susan Hill Memorial Scholarship for $500. Riley Tingloff is the recipient of the Lizette M. Savoy Barbario Memorial Scholarship for $500. Elise Togneri is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Freest Family Foundation for $700 and the David F. Lamson Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Bruno Torres Capitao is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Freest Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. Molly Trunfio is the recipient of the St. Mary's Credit Union Scholarship for $500. Lily Usherwood is the recipient of the Hudson Concord Lodge of Elks number 959 scholarship for $500. The Paul Johnson Performing Arts Scholarship for $500. The HHS Choral Scholarship for $500. Miss Jean's Arts and Athletics Scholarship for $750. And the Paul Skip Johnson Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Kaylin Valancourt is the recipient of the Boston Trade International Inc. Scholarship for $501. The Helen R. Clark Lyle Memorial Scholarship for $500, and the Cheryl Ball Gadati Memorial Scholarship for $1,500. Maya Vartabedian is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. The HHS Home and School Association Scholarship for $500. Massachusetts Elks Scholarship, Inc. for $800. The Hudson Concord Lodge of Elks number 959 Scholarship for $500. And also the Trooper Thomas Clarity Memorial Scholarship for $1,000. Ian Vickery is the recipient of the W.F. Brigham Oration Scholarship for $250, as well as the James Attaway Memorial Scholarship Booster Club for $500. Jillian Vickery is the recipient of the W.F. Brigham Oration Scholarship for $250. William Watts is the recipient of the SNF Concrete Contractors, Inc. Frias Family Foundation Scholarship for $700. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
So I want to acknowledge and thank all the community partners whose philanthropy and generosity was able to support our senior class. In total, we awarded approximately $138,000 worth of scholarships this evening, and that is a testament to the commitment from the community to support the youth of the Hudson High School community. We are so grateful for your tuning in. Again, we apologize for the hiccups that we have, and we'll make sure that the posted version is cut clean all the way through. It was a tremendous demonstration and celebration of the ingenuity, creativity, skill, and passion that our students present. Skills and talents and passions and creative problem solving that's going to be needed as these young men and women mature and move on to work, college, and other adventures. There are a lot of challenging problems that our society needs to solve, whether it's in the field of medicine, the environment, public policy. There's a lot of big problems to tackle, and given the awards that we presented today, we know that Hudson High School is going to produce the leaders that are required to solve those problems. So thank you. We appreciate your time and attention this evening, and have a great night.